It's safe to say that 90-Day Hunt for Love has never been more dramatic than it is right now, and the latest episode featuring Jen's tell-all exit left viewers on the edge of their seats. With emotions running high, this was an exit full of sass, passion, and, let's be honest, more than a little bit of drama. Jen entered the show with big dreams of finding love, but if there's one thing we've learned from 90-Day fans over the years, it's that reality TV dating shows don't always go according to plan. From awkward dates to mismatched connections, Jen's journey on the show was a rocky one. But it wasn't until her tell-all exit that the real fireworks started. At the beginning of her journey, Jen's enthusiasm was palpable. She was ready to meet someone special, convinced that this could be the moment her fairy tale romance would finally come true. However, as we've come to expect from 90-Day, things rarely go as planned. Jen's relationships with the men she was paired with seemed more forced than anything else, and the chemistry was noticeably lacking. As her time on the show progressed, it became clear that Jen wasn't finding the connection she was looking for. Instead, it felt more like she was desperately trying to make things work, even when the relationships weren't all that compatible. You could see the frustration building up as she tried her best to make meaningful connections, but each attempt felt increasingly like a doomed mission. But as we all know, reality TV wouldn't be the same without its fair share of confrontations, and Jen's tell-all exit was no exception. In a dramatic turn of events, Jen's emotions finally came to a head, and the show's tell-all became a fiery spectacle that left fans talking. The tension was palpable from the very beginning. Jen wasn't holding anything back as she took the stage for her tell-all interview. She was clearly fed up with the entire process, ready to air out all of her grievances. "Enough is enough," Jen declared, her tone sharp and unapologetic. As she spoke, you could feel the years of built-up frustration in her words. With one eyebrow raised and a look of disbelief, Jen began to tear into the very men she had tried so hard to make things work with. "I honestly don't know why I bothered," she said with biting sarcasm. "They couldn't keep up with me if their lives depended on it." It was the kind of remark that had everyone in the room on edge. Jen wasn't just venting, she was throwing shade at everyone who had ever disappointed her. But that wasn't all. Jen also aimed some pointed criticism at the show's producers. She made it clear that she felt manipulated and set up to fail. "It's almost like they wanted me to look bad," Jen remarked, her voice dripping with frustration. "I was just here trying to find something real, but all they cared about was drama." Jen's words were sharp, but they also came from a place of raw honesty. She was done playing the game. She wasn't there for the drama or the manufactured romance. She was simply trying to find love, and it felt like the whole show had conspired against her. But things really took a turn when the castmates were given the chance to ask Jen some uncomfortable questions. Naturally, this led to some pretty heated exchanges. One of the other participants, who had been at odds with Jen for much of the season, seized the opportunity to make a jibe. "Jen, don't you think you've been a little difficult?" And that's when the fireworks truly started. Without missing a beat, Jen shot back, her voice loud and unrelenting. "Difficult? Difficult? Oh, please. I was just trying to get some real connections. Maybe if people weren't so busy being fake, I wouldn't have to be the difficult one." In that moment, it was clear. Jen wasn't holding anything back. The once tidy narrative of her journey had unraveled, and what remained was an unfiltered, unapologetic version of herself. She wasn't interested in playing the victim. She was going to take control of her own narrative, whether the producers liked it or not. The back and forth continued, with Jen's emotions swinging between raw anger and genuine hurt. But just as we thought the drama was peaking, Jen hit us with a moment of vulnerability. Her voice softened, and her eyes glistened as she opened up about the toll the experience had taken on her. "I came here wanting something real," Jen admitted, her tone quieter now, filled with a rare sincerity. "But what I got was a circus, and I'm just not here for the show anymore." There it was, the turning point. For all the bravado, the sass, and the sharp comebacks, Jen's words carried an undeniable truth. She was tired of the drama, tired of the superficial connections, and, most of all, tired of being stuck in a situation where nothing seemed authentic. But just as quickly as the tears came, Jen snapped back into her confident persona. With a firm tilt of her chin and a defiant smile, she concluded her exit with one final remark: "Good luck, everyone. You're gonna need it." And with that, Jen stood up and walked off the set, leaving a stunned cast and crew behind her. As we watched Jen leave the set in dramatic fashion, we couldn't help but wonder, what's next for her? Will she continue her quest for love after the 90-day experience, or will she embrace the single life with even more fire than before? One thing's for certain, this exit isn't the end of Jen's story. She may have left the show, but she's definitely not leaving our minds anytime soon. Whether you love her or love to hate her, Jen's tell-all exit was undoubtedly one of the most talked-about moments of the season. Her fiery energy, candid remarks, and unapologetic attitude made sure of that. In the world of reality TV, where the lines between authenticity and drama are often blurred, Jen's exit was a raw reminder of just how real emotions can get when the cameras are rolling. So while Jen may be gone from 90 Day Hunt for Love, don't be surprised if we see her again in the future. Because with her fiery spirit, she's bound to show up wherever the drama is.